And Maine's first professional soccer club officially has a name. The club announced yesterday that the team will be called the Portland Hearts of Pine. The club's brand was inspired by Maine pride and symbolism. The club crest includes the Maine pine tree, deep blue water, and a heart in the spirit of Portland's Valentine's Day bandit. The club's motto is Lead with Your Heart, inspired by the state's motto, Dirigo. Yesterday's event in Portland was filled with dozens of soccer fans. Governor Mills declared it as Maine Day of Soccer to celebrate the announcement. However, the brand wasn't born overnight. It's been years in the making, from focus groups to town halls and community input.
Trying to essentially take everything that we love about Portland, everything that we love about Maine, and you know, that itself is huge, right? And then how do you sort of distill that down to something that can adequately represent a club for us all?
The Hearts of Pine, or the Hearts for short, will start competing next year.